Hello and welcome everybody to the launch of version 4 of JournalEngine. On behalf of the JournalEngine team, I want to say hello and welcome to the launch of version 4 webinar. I'm Carla Reeves, Vice President of Business Development, and Alan Friedman, Director of Operations, is also here with me. Alan, say hello.
Hi everybody, good to be here and excited to be doing the version 4 launch. I just wanted to make a very quick note before we start. If you were not on the call, I need you to listen to the next bit of information and then literally stop the recording and go do the following things and then come back. So you want to go to your current site, you want to log in, and you want to go to Setup and Customize, Site Text. There are two tabs there that you need to take care of before we shut the site down tonight. The first one is under Setup and Customize Site Text, go to Email Templates. There's a message drop-down. I want you to click on that message drop-down, and if you see an asterisk, a star, beside any of the messages there, it means that you have customized them. You need to click on that, and you need to save. Whether it's a screenshot or copy and paste, you need to save that information. When we do the version 4 launch tonight, you are going to lose the information that's in your customized email template. So you want to save that, put it on your hard drive, and then once version 4 is up and running, you can go back in and reinstall it. The other place that you need to go to is also under Setup and Customize Site Text. Go to Customize Site Text, to the Customize Site Text tab, and take a look at all the customizable text there. If you see the words, "This is custom for your site," under any of the selections, you want to just make a note of that because that's going to get lost as well in the transition. So once version 4 is up and running, you're going to go back in, and we're going to show you where and how to do that, but you're going to go back in and you're going to redo your customized site text. So your courses, your content, your profiles, your clients, all their journals, people, all that content is going to remain. You don't have to do anything. It's going to stay with your site. Nobody's going to lose anything. But the email templates and the customized site text features are going to reset to their default values, so you're going to want to keep that information. Having said that, take care of that before you listen to the rest of this, and if you've already taken care of it, or if we're after launch, then welcome to the call, and we're happy to have you here, and we hope we can give you lots of good information that you can take home with you.
Great. So we've been designing and building version 4 for some time now, and we are at last ready to share it with you. So the first thing we want to share with you here on my screen is the login page. So we've made a number of aesthetic and functionality changes, and we're going to share those. We're starting here logged out of the system and want to show you this new login page. So we've created an updated, fresh look to the login page, and you will have the option to switch over to this. It's also fully customizable, and we'll look more deeply into that as we get into the system. So we're going to log in here.
And of course, you do have the option to keep your existing login page. We'll show you inside how you can switch between them, or you get to choose which one you want.
Yes. Okay, so we are logging in. And the first screen here, this is your dashboard. It looks very different than it used to. This screen is only viewable to site staff, so your clients and members will not see this page. This is a temporary page and set up to support the launch of version 4. On this page, it's going to highlight some of the changes in version 4, and I want to point out that it's got a report a bug here, so you can click here to report anything that when you get on your site after we have launched, if there's anything that doesn't seem to be working properly or you get an error message, we would love it if you would partner with us to catch those. And this is how you would report it to us. So you're simply going to click here, report what you saw, report an error message or a screenshot. The more information, the better. Down below here, we also have a document here that is going to summarize and highlight the changes that we're going to talk about today. Definitely recommend printing this out. I think it'll be a great reference tool. Down below here, currently you're going to see this bug area. However, this is going to change into a forum area where you can engage and give us feedback and all of that. So again, this is all set up to support the version 4 launch. So
and again, we're not Again, we're not expecting to find any bugs or any other issues. We've been doing extensive beta testing across the site before the launch. This is a just-in-case scenario in case you guys come across something that we somehow managed to miss.
Exactly right. The admin toolbar here, you're going to find that not a lot has changed here. This is going to all look very familiar to you. We're going to go ahead and take a look at site settings area. Over here, you're going to see we have implemented a new menu system. We've transitioned from a tab-based system to a sidebar menu system, and all your relevant menus are going to appear on the left side of the page here with all of your action items in one place, clear and visible with snazzy icons. Right, Alan?
Absolutely. Love the snappy icon.
As we hover, you can see the color here. This is going to adapt to your site colors of your navigation bar menus. So it will match your site colors. There is also relevant information here, help information that is new and revised. And there will also be help links coming very, very soon where you will see a link that will actually link to an article, a relevant article in the help desk. So that's coming soon.
Most of the help text will be below the menus. In this particular area, we've kept it above for quick and easy understanding of what pages you're looking at.
Perfect. And on some of the pages, you're going to notice, excuse me, that there's a back button area as well. Excuse me. There's also a show all menus. Alan, I'm going to let you talk for a minute.
Okay, no problem. So there's a show all menus function right at the bottom of your menu bar that allows you to expand all of the menus that are on that page so you can have a quick and easy look at all of them in one shot. As Carla explained, there's also going to be relevant links to the help desk as the articles are updated and made available to you. I did want to mention one other thing about the sidebar colors that Carla was mentioning. That hover bar, that scrolling mouse, will take on the color of your member nav bar menu color, which you can access under look and feel, logos, and colors. And over there, you can change the color of your menu. And if you do that, your hover bar, which appears only to you, will show itself on your site with your site coloring.
Perfect. Okay. Something else to note here is that we've changed some of the text or titles here to be more relevant and intuitive. So I think you'll find that it's more clear where things are located. The other thing to mention is that throughout the site, you're going to see brighter, clearer, more obvious action item buttons like this submit and continue button. Okay, so we're going to go right into, and again, on the menu system, we have it's collapsible, so you can open the one that you're looking for, or you can simply open all of them with the show all button there. So we're going to start in the look and feel area with menus and links. And this is where you can customize your top navigation bar, this bar here, as well as the bottom navigation bar or your custom navigation bar. Here you can see we have a new grid style layout. Again, you're going to see the pencil edit icon and the magic wand icon that are going to be consistent throughout the site. So your pencil edit icon gives you the ability to edit an item. So we could come in here and change the title of this particular menu button. And the excuse me, magic wand icon allows you to create a brand new menu item. And again, that's consistent across the site. You also have a trash can icon here allowing you to delete.
You'll also notice at the bottom of each grid there's a little export option, export to CSV text file. It also allows you can export anywhere you see a grid. You can export the information in that grid to a CSV, which is an Excel style spreadsheet that allows you to create databases and such. You can also export it as a PDF or a regular Excel spreadsheet, whatever you want. So all the information that you see in the grids is all exportable, including courses, homework, assessments, all of it. Very important feature that we've added.
And yeah, again, consistent across the site. Okay, so we're going to move into the next area, which is page header and footer. So this text up here where you see Welcome to JournalEngine, this is now all in one place where you can edit and customize it. So you could click right in here into the text box and actually change or edit this text. And we have a fancy preview button that Alan and I just love that allows you to see it exactly as it's going to appear. And again, you're going to see this preview button in a number of different places. So that's our page header. Below here we have the page header for non-members where you can also edit, and then the footer as well. So go ahead.
By the way, the page for non-members, or sorry, the bar for non-members basically shows up on your login page, or if you've got any custom pages that appear outside of your site, that is the header. The page header for non-members is what will appear to people outside of your site. It's a great place to put, when you're doing the custom navigation bar, which will also show up, it's a great place to put references to if you have teleseminars or if you have any products that you want people to have a look at or information about your site. You would put it in your custom nav bar. The text itself, small bits of text like the appearance you can put in your page header for non-members. So if you're not logged in, anything that's for non-members, that's where to put it.
Right here. Perfect. Okay. So next area is login page settings. So the new updated login page that we showed you, this is where you can actually come to turn that option on. So by default, you're going to still have the classic version that you're used to. If you want to upgrade to the version we showed you, you would simply click this radio button next to advanced. And then down below is where you have the option to fully customize this. You can change the text, you can change the images, you can have a lot of fun with this. So we're pretty excited about the new login page.
One recommendation we do have is any work that you're doing in the templates and the login page, anywhere where you see code, usually enclosed by the squiggly lines, and in this case you can see at the top line in the box, it's with and then in squiggly lines, site.website name and squiggly lines. We recommend you don't play with that. It auto-populates the information. So Carla, click that preview button and you'll see that with site website name turns into with JournalEngine, which is our particular site. Your site name would show up there if you're doing this on your site. So we do recommend that whatever changes you're making, try not to mess with the actual tags. They do auto-populate with the correct information. The only time you want to play with them is if you don't want that information showing up, then you can just remove them.
Okay, perfect. So the other thing we want to mention here is that you can now edit any of the text that appears on that login page right here by simply clicking your edit button, edit icon. We can make any changes to text right here and just save those, and that will change what's on that login page. So again, all in one place. Okay, next is the homepage settings. So this is the area where you can customize the welcome text when your client logs in on their My Journal page. So you can customize this text here. Again, if you want to redirect where your client or member goes when they log in, you can change that here. So for example, if you've created a custom page that you want them to see first, you would simply put that URL here, and that would make the change for you.
Actually, Carla, sorry, I'm just going to make a small correction. If you want to redirect where they go when they log in, it would be the drop-down right above there. Yeah, that's the one. So those are all the custom pages we have on our site. Yours will populate automatically when you have a custom page. The second section there, the member homepage, is if you want them to, right now the default is that when they log in, they're taken to the My Journal page. You can redirect which page they're taken to, so you can have them go to the My Courses page or to the My Profile page when they log in, and you would do that here.
Okay, perfect. So this drop-down is all their custom pages, and this
Correct.
would be if they want to link to another page that already exists on the site.
Within the site. It can't go to, yeah, that's exactly it.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so the next area is the contact form. So we have some new options here. The contact form is now fully customizable, and we've added the ability to create your own feedback questions. So again, here you can change the text, and again, you have your preview button that eliminates all that extra code so you can really see what it's going to look like. And then down below here, under additional custom questions, you can create a new feedback question by clicking this button here, or simply using the magic wand, which is what I like. And you can put your questions in here.
I like the magic wand too. Makes me feel like Harry Potter.
It does. I love it. Who doesn't want a magic wand? Okay, good. So next area is customized text. So again, just want to touch on the email templates here. Alan, I'm going to let you talk about this for a minute because this is relevant to the changes they need to make.
So this is a spot where you pick up, where you can check your email templates. As you can see, roughly in the middle, the assessment email to client has a little asterisk next to it. That means that it's been customized for this site. It's not the default message. All the other ones are default. So that is the one that you would want to select, and then it'll appear in the drop-down boxes below, and you would want to copy and paste that information and save it till after the version 4 launch, and then reapply it.
So this area here is what they want to copy, correct?
Correct. Although it looks a little bit different on version 3.
Correct. Okay, so email templates. Let's go into email header and footer. Alan, I'm going to let you talk about this. This is for outgoing emails. So tell us a little bit about this section.
So this is for the outgoing emails, the site notifications. You have the option to include a header or footer on each and every email that goes out. Again, this will go back to the email templates. There's a little section in there, in the email template section we were just in, that allows you to include or exclude a header or a footer for each type of email. So you can not only choose whether you want to send this particular email, you can also choose if you want a header or footer to be included. There are a few different options. Footer for non-members and footer for, both in HTML and text format. Footer for members, also HTML or text. We recommend HTML, but sometimes certain email servers, email companies have a bit of a problem with a lot of HTML going out. So if you find that a lot of your stuff is going to somebody's spam box, you may want to switch to text. And then the same deal for header. You can get the header for members in HTML or text and the header for non-members. Now don't confuse these with the page header and footers that we saw before. These are the headers and footers that go out with the email only. So for example, if you're sending out a newsletter, the newsletter itself will automatically include your site logo. So if you include a header with the newsletter, you may wind up having 2 logos going out. So you'd want to turn off your header for the newsletters. And that's pretty much it for this section.
Okay, good. So custom site text. This is where you can change the text that appears on your site. For example, let's just say we want to change, shall we change program back to course?
Great idea.
Let's type in program. So what we want to do is we want to find, let's see, Alan, does it matter which one I pick?
If you pick a specific one, it will affect only that one. So wherever that code or class would work is where it's going to show up. So this particular program you're highlighting replaces the word group currently, which we then replaced with course before we did this webinar. And it works on the models class. This is a little more technical. Every word that is customizable belongs to a different type of class. If you're not sure but you want to change, so you can change the individual words. If you see it show up in one particular space and you want to change it, you can do it here. My personal recommendation, and based on my experience, if you want to change the word program to course, you're not only going to want to do it in one spot, you're probably going to want to do it across the site. So I would scroll down to the bottom of the grid, and under the quick replace section, I would change all instances of program, and this is case sensitive. So if you don't put the capital P in, it's not going to change anything with the capital P. I change program to courses as demonstrated on the recording here, and it tells you 66 instances of program have been replaced with the word course, and then you can see it. Carla, if you just take the word program out of the value there, it'll load in a second. And now you see where the word programs has been changed to courses. The other thing is, aside from being case sensitive, you also want to do singular and plural separately. So program has been changed to course. You would then want to go and change programs to courses.
Perfect. So, no more searching pages and pages to find the text that you want to change and changing every instance. You can now use that quick replace, as we just showed you right here, to change all instances of that word. So we're pretty excited about that change. The other thing we want to note here is that we have a translate language function where you can literally translate virtually all the site text to another language.
Now, when you do that, you just want to be careful. Make sure that you've checked off the options that you want here. So I would uncheck the ignore my current custom entry. So if you've customized a few words here and there, if you leave it checked, it will not change those words. So you want to uncheck that if you want to do it across this, make the translation for everything. And then you can choose where you want the translation to appear. So you can have it appear on page text and or email templates and or custom templates and or menus. It's not, they're radio buttons, but you can select all. It's not like one or the other or the other. You can choose them all. Depends on the extent to which you want to do your translation.
Okay, perfect. And then once you click translate, you have to submit and continue as well?
Correct. Once you click translate, it'll take a minute or two. Actually, I think it's about 2 to 3 minutes before it converts everything, and then you click submit and continue. And by the way, if you ever hit submit or save on any of the pages on the site, any of the functionality, and you don't see your change happening, don't get frustrated. Just refresh your browser. Sometimes with certain browsers, the change doesn't hold until you do an actual page refresh.
That's a great point. Okay, so we're going to move on to profile settings here in our left menu. And a couple things we've done here under customized questions. It's now easier to add customized questions for your members to answer when they're creating their profiles. And again, you have this option here, button to create a new profile, or the magic wand. And if we click that, it's going to open up a new area where we can create a new question. So you can have a lot of fun with that. Under Hear About Us, we've added this option where you can now customize, how they hear about you, text. So you can put in all kinds of events and sources that are relevant to you and your business.
Right. In the past, it used to just be a drop-down that you couldn't mess with. It just basically gave you conference, Facebook, I think magazine article was there, phone conference, but you couldn't say which magazine article or which teleseminar, anything like that. Now you can add a custom. So if you do a teleseminar with a particular company, you can add that in, and when they sign up and how did you hear about the site, they relate directly to that, and you know exactly where they came from and how productive it was for you.
Yes, a great way to track where people are coming from. And then after that event, maybe it's not relevant anymore, you can delete it simply by clicking delete here. And so any of these existing ones, you can also, again, use the pencil icon to edit.
And you can also change the order. And you can also turn them off. You can make them visible or hidden for now. So if you don't want that option for a few weeks, but you want to leave it available for down the road, just change the status from visible, and you can reorder them just by changing the numbers.
That's right. So here's the visibility, and then this is the order in which it appears that Alan referred to. Okay, and finally, the About Me section. Again, we've made it easier to customize your own questions and themes. So you can, again, edit with the pencil icon, create new with the magic wand, or use this button here to create a new one. And again, you have your refresh. So if you don't see what you've created, use the refresh to have it show up. Okay, so moving on to courses. Okay, so courses and self-guided courses are now been combined into one easy-to-use function, and they appear all together in your course library. So a couple things we want to note here is, one, again, this searchable grid. So if we're looking for a particular course, we can simply type in the title here, or part of the title, and have it search for that. So if you're looking for a course, you can use this searchable content. Also, if you want to sort by you just want to look at your self-guided courses, you can do that by using the drop-down under group type, or we want to see all programs. So again, nice search functionality here.
And you can also just uncheck the courses if you only want to look at self-guided. Just a little just above the grid, you can just uncheck courses, and it will show you all the self-guided courses only. By the way, you'll notice that the group type is still showing up as program, even though we changed it to course. That's because when Carla made the change, she did not save and submit at the bottom of the page.
Ah, good. Okay, great learning opportunity there.
Always save your changes.
I did that on purpose.
I know that you did.
Okay, so again, we have the magic wand to create a new course, or we can use our menu over here. So again, all the action items appearing in your left menu, so to create a new program. This is something we're really excited about. So as we mentioned, courses have been combined now so that there's no two separate areas for courses and self-guided. There's one area when you go to create a course, and at the very beginning here, you get to choose what type of course you're creating. So a standard course, which is great for one-on-one coaching, group coaching. Again, it's got a start and end date, and it has an assigned coach. Whereas self-guided is ideal for self-paced and e-courses. There's no formal schedule, and a coach is optional. Anything you want to add here, Alan?
No, you did a great job.
Okay, perfect. So let's go back. We're going to look at, we're going to go in and actually edit a course. So we want to show you a couple things here. So when you're in the edit course, again, you can see here we have the menu. Important thing to note is that now we have a course and homework schedule, which is your program schedule, and we have a coaching call schedule. They are separate and independent of each other, allowing you to have multiple homeworks that are not contingent upon your coaching call schedule. This is a change that you all have been asking for some time, and we are so happy to give it to you.
Very happy.
Yes. So if we, on this first page, another new change is that you have the ability to add additional coaches to your course. So if you have more than one coach per course, you can add them here. Another feature that I happen to love is you can now set the default privacy for your members' journals. So if you want to,
specifically for each course.
Specifically for a course, yes. And as always, the member always has final say over their privacy, but you have the option to set the default. So when they go into their journal for that particular course, it shows up as a default to post just to the coach. Okay, so let's go look at some other new functionality within courses. So again, here's our course schedule. And again, you can still fine-tune your individual dates by using the pencil icon. We can go in here and change our date.
And by the way, if you don't have homework, there's an easy checkbox at the top that says it has homework or it doesn't. So you get to choose if it has homework. If not, you can just uncheck the box and cycle through to the next page. And if you have homework, then you have the opportunity to add it or modify it.
Perfect. And then we have the coaching call schedule. So again, now independent of the homework schedule. So here's everything relating to your coaching calls if you have them. If you don't, you can simply turn it off with this checkbox here.
And by the way, the checkbox right below there replace current calendar with the homework schedule. So if you want to set up your coaching calls to match the exact same dates as your homework, you just click the box and it'll give you the dates automatically. And then you just set the time.
Perfect. And then down below here is where you can, again, fine-tune those individual dates. Okay. Next feature is under import homework. So this is where you... What?
This is an awesome system, Carla.
So here's where you can import homework. Now this is going to look pretty familiar to you. This is where you can copy homework from another course. Again, you can choose your source here. But what's new and different is that we can drag and drop. So we can just drag and drop our new assignments over here to the right. And if you want to add multiple sessions to your homework, you're going to simply click on the Use Advanced form. And now we can take a homework assignment and add it to a session. So we can have multiple homeworks per session. That's pretty cool.
By the way, a couple of times we've been asked if you can send more than one homework per day, even though you can put multiple homeworks into a session. So the question is, can you send more than one a day? The answer is still no. The system uses a calendar that's based on a 24-hour day. You cannot send more than one a day. If you want to send more than one per day, you could put both homeworks into one session, into one assignment, like both sets of content into one box, and send it out that way. But we do recommend that you keep no more than one assignment per day anyway, because you want to give your clients a chance to journal to the prompt that you're giving them. If you do it twice or 3 times in a day, they haven't got time to give you a proper response before they're already being asked to move on.
Yeah, that's definitely a best practice, and something we've seen that works best over and over again.
And the other thing I wanted to mention is if you put in more than one homework per session, the system, you can still fine-tune your dates without a problem, but the system will automatically divide the time between sessions. So if you have sessions going once a week and you put 3 homeworks in there, the system will automatically put those 3 homeworks spread out evenly over the week. So it might be every 2 days, and then the last one will be on the 3rd day. If you put in two homeworks in a session, it'll split it 3 days and 4 days. Like, it'll do that automatically for you.
And so that's so you can still complete within your session time that you've set up in the beginning, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, good. And always click submit, as I learned.